and welcome to the Save the Villainess demo. So, I found it on Itch.io. It's kind of got a little bit of traction on Itch.io right now, probably because of the concept and the art. I clicked it and then I read some of the comments, and they have their opinions, and I decided why not play it to form my own opinion. Yeah, but there was a little intro part where it's like a whole opening, which was pretty good. It was pretty good looking, you know? I might have it in this video, I might not, given that fact that it's like 3 minutes long, or I might put it at the end, or I might even just like link their intro thing if they have one. I'll have to look for it. But yes, this is Save the Villainess. I'm basically going in blind for the most part. All I know is that the Villainess is an amnesiac. It's that whole villainous Isekai trope that has a lot of traction, and I think it was at its peak like maybe a few years ago. But yeah, let's just go into it. Let's see how it is. Is the butterfly gonna fly away? No. Okay. Oh, it is! Interesting. I like the butterfly motif. I can at least say that. The art and the butterfly motif are very good right now. I also forgot to mention that this is a psychological horror, if I remember correctly. Psychological horror or a dark psychological game? It's not psychological horror. It's one. Let me actually just look it up, because I don't want anyone to get like screwed over. Okay. Okay. What is this festival stuff? Why do I feel like I'm at the circus? Or like an amusement park? Cool, cool, cool. Am I supposed to click it? Oh, I see. I was supposed to click it. Actually, let me go see if there's any trigger warnings though, just in case. Okay, let me read this out for you guys just in case. This game contains scenes of psychological horror, implied violence, mild gore, suicidal ideation, and trauma, as well as the actual deaths and the bad endings. But I'm not sure if you'll get the bad endings since this is a demo. Specifically, the demo includes injury to the neck of the main character that draws blood, as well as a bad ending including involving an enclosed space. There are some light effects in the game, and some of the moving animations may trigger motion sickness, like what just happened now, in people prone to vertigo. There are also optional scenes including spicy, though not explicit, sexual content with each of the 5 possible love interests. Player caution is advised. Okay, that's the lengthy warning just in case. I also just remembered that when I first opened this game, they said for anyone recording this, you should probably mute the music. And just like off the bat, I would say maybe do it in a way where you can, I know it's more work, but you could do it in a way where it's like you have different music, or even just like slightly worse music. I feel like you always should have music in a game, especially a visual novel, because they help enhance things. Because I play a lot of visual novels, right? I understand like the impact that music has, because typically a lot of the time you just have like a still image or like a slight animation to it. Typically you do want music to like enhance a scene, especially if you're going to use like CGs too and stuff like that. Not CGs, but you know, images. What is your season of birth? I'm a winter gal. Continue. But I can say I really do like how it's starting out visually. I also have to turn off the music after this because I forgot. It's very good looking. One who is born in winter sees the dead more clearly. Ooh, I'm a necromonomino? After all, bodies last longer in the cold. That is true. Regardless of your unfortunate birth, we must move onwards. Okay, a little rude to call my birthday in January an unfortunate birth? What is that? Do you feel that something is lacking? Yeah, you to me. That's a little rude. You would like some way to make this more about you? Exactly. Very well, your tastes are the highest priority. What is your favorite food? Okay. The art is very good. It was shaky. I think it looks a bit disjointed, for lack of a better word. It doesn't feel like things are coherent in this one. And I'm gonna be fairly critical, also because I saw the original comments, so I might be a little more critical on this one. I think I have a level of bias that just like easily influences me. But I'm just gonna say it's a little bit rough on this part. Because all the animation was fine, the whole setting in itself is fine, but the fact that the words don't necessarily match even what like the previous font was is a little bit meh. Anyways, my food of choice, well, I just had a skookie is what I'll call it. I will call it a skookie because a pizookie is a pizza cookie combined. Okay, you are not gonna tell me that it is not. Okay, a skookie is a skillet cookie. Skookie. There we go. Anyways, no capitals or spaces allowed. Continue. Okay. Ah, you have exquisite taste in your mouth. Anyway, thank you. Finally. Were you expecting more questions? Not really. More focus on your desires? Not really. That time has passed, after all. Yours is not the only story. Not the only story. Oh no, glitch. The only story. Your story. Cool. Chapter 1. Wheel of Fortune! Woo! The purpose of existence is that one should become conscious. Thanks, Carl Jung, I guess? Who are you, Carl Jung? I don't know a Carl Jung. Could you guys? Oh, we're in the void with 3 dudes. Okay, well, could you at least let me turn off the... Oh, that was a little glitchy, but see, there's a bonus and a not bonus to me playing this, which is that I can't tell if anything lagging or any bugs is a result of my own laptop or the game in itself not being fully... Can we get the options menu, please? Emperor, what the fuck are you doing? Okay. I need to turn off the music. If anything, I'll put in my own music. It'll be really bad, but I'll try my best, okay, guys? You just gotta take that at face value. Okay, Emperor, you are pretty cute. Your eyes are very shiny. They shine like 3 different ways, which is crazy. What would you wish the world to be shaped by? Collaboration. Oh, this is timed. Okay, the time is pretty long, though. So you wish to work by consensus. Take care which voices you value and which you ignore. I can also understand that a lot of the moving elements could cause a level of lag. Okay, the cup's gone. Bye, Emperor. Am I supposed to click? No, we just go there. Their eyes are very pretty, though. The art in itself is very pretty. What do you do when faced with a challenging problem? I think with my nog. I typically follow the rules, I guess. See, there's a little bit of lag. You can see where the options come up. And then after around 3 seconds, the timer starts going down. Rules provide a key for solving a problem. So long as your problem is a lock that fits. I see what you mean. I can agree to that. Anyways, are we pouring that tea back into the pitcher? Like, I have no idea. What is this 2 dots in the background? The hell is that? Which is more important to you? I don't even know what the other dude was. I wasn't paying attention. To find love through forgiveness, to love yourself and your own strength. Let's go! Loving and respecting yourself can help overcome many trials. Are you willing to extend that love and respect to others as well? Mayhaps, depends on how bitchy you people are. Thanks, I glugged all your tea. Now moving on. It's just me in this void, I guess. Oh, hi, ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. Save the Villainess. We've gone through this 3 times. I know the title of the game. Okay. I wonder what'll come then if there's no music. I wonder. Also, chair creaking noises. And also, my throat got some level of phlegm today, so it's not gonna work out very well. Okay, so this is the cut, I think. That's the cut image. Uh-huh. Where am I? Who am I? And why am I in a strangely moving carriage? A strangely moving carriage with comfortable seat cushions. Very comfortable seat cushions. No, I will not be distracted. Why do I not remember anything? After all, while I know that I sleep soundly, this entire situation is very strange. Hold on, I do remember something. I know that I sleep soundly. Unfortunately, that's not exactly the most useful knowledge to remember. Perhaps I can recall something else if I think deeply. Memory, come back to me! What else do I remember? I know that I can catch feet fish with my amazing dancing skills, but this fact is not useful to me right now. What the heck does that even mean? I have more immediately important things that I need to remember. For one, what kind of person was I? If this is a villainous isekai, do you have amnesia on both fronts? Because I understand having amnesia as the villainess, but do we also have amnesia as the person who became the villainess? Why am I traveling somewhere in a slow-moving carriage on a lush, comfortable, yet oddly ominous cushion? I think they're gonna, you know, kill me. So why is my neck so sore? If I reach up to touch it... Oh no! Blood! Kya! The art is very good though. And the little moving of like the PNGs and such, very good. Oh no, my side! Ah! I got a lot of blood on my hand in that 1 second. I must be bleeding so much from that. Well, now I have another question. Is that typically how a normal person would react? No, because typically... Okay, there's many... I know I'm being a little preachy, but there's many stances that come when you are being a villainous in a... You are playing into the villainous isekai genre, right? And I don't know how typical they are going with this, but typically, you would insert a normal person into the villainous role, and the point of that is to see how they adapt based on what they know, or like how a normal person might go through it. Because that's also the basis for a lot of like shoujo manga, apparently, right? Or very much otome games in general, where a lot of the time you take a very typical girl and you place her in a atypical situation and you see how they would react. I'm not sure that one would not freak out if they found out that they were bleeding from the neck. That's just how I'm thinking about this right now. But I'm also very much comparing it to the typical otome games and villainous isekai genres, because I read a lot of villainous isekai, and I've dropped a lot of them, and I've given up on a lot of them. I finished some of them, but like, you know, I'm just saying this from a personal perspective. I'm not sure if this is how a person would react. Anyways, why is my hand covered in blood when I touch my neck? I think personally, even like, I know it might be a little fast, but I think a CG in this moment would do really well to like show the amount of shock she got from seeing the blood, like touching it and then looking at it and going like, oh my god, I have so much blood on my hand. I think a CG would really benefit this moment. Is someone trying to kill me now? Are these incredibly large cushions murder weapons? See? The cushions are unneeded. I understand that I'm being very critical now, and I'm just going to probably be critical as a person who's, you know, indulged in both concepts. I don't think we need these cushion talks because it's a little bit too focused on that, and it takes away from maybe the shock of the scene of, oh, what is going on, the wonder of like what's going on, when you keep focusing on specifically the cushions. Why do I know how to murder someone with a cushion? Doesn't everyone? Suffocate them. I have to calm down. If I'm going to survive and determine what is happening, I have to be serene. You don't need to say serene, I think calm is fine. Which is hard to do when my neck is covered in blood. I understand sprite stuff though. Like, you don't need to show the neck being fully covered in blood. I'm fine with this image. But I need more urgency to the situation. Maybe the song will help. Well, maybe the music will help, but I'm recording this, so I can't really have the music on. That's the thing. Think serene thoughts. At least my head is still attached to my strangely sore neck. Yeah, you got that. You got that. Oh, yay! Guillotine time! Let's go! It's so funny hearing the whispers going no music. No haunting music at all. Because apparently, I know what it would be like to have my head not attached to my neck. Which is not helping my serenity. Serene. I am serene. I have a head. I have a neck. Thankfully, none of them are chopped off. They are delightfully connected. I have to keep my head. Cool, cool, cool. I understand that. Losing my head would be fatal, figuratively and literally. Okay, yes, you are correct. I am vulnerable, injured, and cannot remember anything remotely useful. Yes, collecting your thoughts. I need to find more information that can help me. Yes. Even if this carriage is moving very strangely, something has to be making it move. Is there a way that it's moving that is strange? Because for me, this whole time, I thought it was just very straightforward. Like you're either on a rocky path and it might be shaking, or it's just going forward. I can hear the horses pulling it, and if horses are pulling it, someone must be guiding them. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes. So if I yell out the window... Yahoo! That's odd. The window does not appear to be open. But you can still yell and people will hear you because the window is glass. Perhaps if I yell loudly, the driver will hear me? Indeed. Hello, Mr. Carriage Driver. Could you please tell me where we are going? He's not answering me. Well, if the driver's not doing his job properly, I suppose he would choose not to answer me. Maybe he's asleep. Maybe he's taken a little bit of a nappy. So I realize with my extensive memory of about 10 minutes, if you want to get something done, do it yourself. So what should I investigate first? So this is another appeal that was apparently part of this, where you can investigate your surroundings. Oh, you again. So you need a little additional assistance. One might even say, help. As always, I live to serve. For certain definitions of serve and live. Gathering hearts, or capturing hearts, a guide. No, the Villainess survival guide, an instruction manual. I think we should dim these letters, or make the book brighter. Oh no, something's coming out. Ah, what is that? Legitimately, what is that? What am I looking at? Goo? Oh no, the goo! It's got me! No! Goo, no! Yeah, this is very motion. I can tell how this would be pretty motion sickness inducing. Oh no, the book's spinning! Ah! Congratulations! You have found yourself in possession of 1 Villainess. In order to help your Villainess succeed, you will need to know the following information. Okay, okay. Your dogs are exposed. I see. Night. The moon represents nighttime. It's harder to see in the nighttime. Also, people are more likely to try to murder you. On the positive side, at least your terrifying nightmares and heartfelt conversations with potential murderers might be useful. You know I love me a murder! The sun represents daytime. Many clues are easier to find if there's light and people are awake to speak with you. Not all clues are helpful. Not all people tell the truth. The narrator will not be responsible for any injury, irritation, and emotional complications or prolonged rashes that result from gathering clues. The combination of the sun and moon represent an unusual time. Sometimes one's Villainess might encounter a time that is neither night nor day, maybe dusk or dawn. Strange things might happen when time is no longer in effect. Stranger than taking advice from a talking book? You be the judge. I'm talking. You are not. Don't even take my role from me. Symbols to guide your choices. Okay, I see. I don't know what to read of them. The heart represents a love choice. One cannot buy love, but one can decide whether they wish to gain love or to lose it. Do you want romance for your villainess? Do you want something else? Should you care more about impeding murder than manipulating emotions? The red hearts represent an affection-raising choice. I hate how the red hearts look. They look gross. Sorry, that's just personal opinion. That's not even a critique. It's my personal opinion. Is your dream to find love? When a love choice is made and you see red hearts rise into the air, love is being increased. Truly, love is all you need. So long as you do not care about pesky details like staying alive. The black heart represents affection-lowering choice. Do you hate romance? When a love choice is made, you see a black heart break and fall. Love is being decreased. There are few things more satisfying than reveling in each other's mystery. Let them eat little cakes. The magnifier represents a deductive choice. Do you like solving mysteries? Whether you do or not, you must survive. If you make incorrect deductive choices, your villainess will face a terrifying ending. But perhaps there are things you can only learn when all hope is lost. Might be a time looping thing or a thing where you have to do it multiple times, I see. The purple butterfly represents a correct deduction choice. I'll just take that. The red butterfly represents a failed deduction choice. Do you enjoy failure? Because I certainly do. Further tips, 1101. Save the villainess. Cool. Should you wish to receive fewer direct clues from me and no longer see hearts or butterflies, you can choose to act as a detective rather than view this as a story. If you have previously visited, you can also have the control button to skip through the tale. I hope my service is as subtle as you are, I guess. There may be other hints and tricks, but only you. Okay. I got it. Exit. Should you wish to revisit, you may seek me at any time at the sign of the butterfly. Solve the mystery, write the story. Oh my god, this is the third time! This is the fourth time! We don't need this to happen like 4 separate times. You only need it to happen once or twice. Once in the opening, second in the intro, maybe third if you're alluding to it in text. You don't need it that many times, guys. We know we're playing the game Save the Villainess. Also, why do you need to save the villainess? The villainess is you, so be like, just say, stay alive or something. Wait, do you believe you already know it all? No, I wish to learn more about this world. Please let me learn. Please, don't lag. Good. Thank you. So what should I investigate first? We're not investigating the fucking cushions, okay? We are not. Oh my god, where are you going, mouse? You're literally gonna make me click the butterfly? I swear. You infuriate me. Exit. So what should I investigate first? As you have wisely chosen, we will not proceed quite yet. Sometimes what seems familiar might not be as it appears. Your caution will serve you well. After all, I know that you do not yet understand one of your most important commands and duties. Okay. No, it is not the back command that I plan to provide instruction on. Stop highlighting it. Okay. What do you want to learn about the back command? All the back command gives you is power over time and space to go backwards and see what you already done or erase your current choices or redo them. You may also go back by reading page up, blah 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 blah. Why would you use this power? God. They don't make me try everything, okay? Let me figure it out as I go. I understand that you can use the back command, but I think you could say things like, oh, you can rewind time. Rewinding time will help. I don't need a step-by-step instruction, but that's also because I know how the back command works. So, I understand, but there's something so quirky about this book talking to me that makes me feel like infuriated. I feel like it's looking down on me, and I don't like it. Do you know what will allow you to return? It is not only the villainess you need to save. And the way that it just grabs my cursor and moves it, like, I have agency. I have agency, let me use it. You know? I like having agency. Bro, you're not even gonna let me click save? Brother. These cushions must hide secrets. Of course the cushions again. Cushions cannot be this beautiful and this terrifying without having secrets hidden into them. In them. Oh my, cushion. I will find everything you are hiding from me, even if I have to rip you apart by hand. And then what? They're gonna show me ripped cushions. Oh, my hand. Determination. Oh, I'm fighting the cushions? Okay. Attack. Uh-huh. I'm punching cushions. Okay. The cushions are unmoved. Cool. Uh-huh. What if I just wait? Cool. Cool. I see sparklies. 1, 2, 3, 4. What if I wait again? 2, 3. Okay, what if I attack? Am I literally gonna do this until... The cushions loom ominously. Okay. Attack? I'm like basically punching this whole ass carriage. The cushions are too ominous. Did I die? Defeated. Okay. I'm not quite sure what's going on right here. These cushions are both beautiful and made of material much stronger than me. Okay. And? I accidentally clicked past an option. Oops. I mean, your neck thing is gone. Even though based on my cushions I'm not an expensive person, therefore this is not my beautiful carriage. This is not my beautiful ride. That hand motion making some tummy rubs. This carriage belongs to a wealthy owner, someone I do not remember taking me to a place I do not know. Yeah, we understand this. Yet, why would this owner of this expensive carriage want to provide comfort to me? I see. I am being taken from where I was harmed. Sounds about right, if I'm being honest. Because then... I can save. Please, please, please save. No. Okay. I think another problem that exists is that maybe they're going too much in an art direction, and that's not to say it's technically a bad thing, or a bad thing when that happens, but the scenes in itself tend to take a bit of time to get through when they are kind of repetitive, and you don't really need to go them. Like, you know, for example, what we just faced. I was injured, ragged, and about one gust of wind from being blown away into the sky before getting on this carriage. Your neck wound is gone. I don't know what happened to it. We need that sprite back. Another reason that I could not have sneaked into this carriage is that even though the driver does not seem to care about me, he must know I am here. I even called out to him. That means that someone has deliberately placed me in this carriage and on these cushions. The person who brought me here, my patron, did not treat my injuries or provide me with new clothes or a bath, but perhaps they thought the cushions could cure me? Probably not. Probably not. Why are the cushions shaking? Would anyone notice if I took the cushions with me when I left? They're the only support I have right now. No more cushion talk, please! Please! No more cushion talk. So what should I investigate? We can investigate. Would looking outside be helpful? I guess. See, this scene is just a bit too long. Just a bit. Also, we don't need to get this close to technically look outside, but I guess it helps with the immersion. But the motion in itself is just a little too long. Surely I can learn something useful from where we are traveling. Let us see what the curtains are hiding. We're in a forest. There are fireflies. Gotcha. Opening the curtain and staring out the side window was not my most useful idea. There are many trees, but even with those strange flickering lights, fireflies, it is too foggy and dark to see much of anything else, including the front of the carriage. You can't really see it if you're looking out the window. Someone must be driving me, but there's something very strange about the way we are moving. What about it? The carriage is moving slowly, that I cannot feel the ground moving beneath us. Then we're hovering, we're flying. It almost feels as if we were going back and forth in the same place. The driver has also not spoken to me, even when I yell to get his attention. Maybe, are we moving? Are we moving, period? Should I be concerned? I'm concerned that I did not hire this driver. Why care? Let workers do their jobs in peace. That would be funny. I think workers should be able to do their job in peace. Anyways, I did not hire them, and therefore, I guess I'll question it. As beautiful as this carriage is, it obviously belongs to someone with a lot of money. I do not seem to like the kind of person who would own this carriage. I do not seem like the kind of person who would own this carriage, and the driver is not treating me as if I am the one paying his wages. Servants listen to the person who is paying them. If the driver is not listening to me, then he is listening to someone higher up. Right? 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 Oh god. Yeah. I think what contributes a lot of the slowness to this is just how long it takes for each thing to go by. Because I don't even mind a black screen cut. I think it would do it better because it makes it more snappy. You know what I mean? Like, it makes things feel less slow. He might not have my best interest in mind. Okay, what about your nog? What else should I investigate? Your nog. Well, when I investigate my body, my feet hurt enough for me to wonder whether or not they are still attached. Then sit down. Queen, sit down. The good news was... Let's see. The good news is that my feet are still attached to the rest of my body. Ugh, the lag is killing me. Either that or the bugginess of the game. The bad news is that there's definitely a reason for my feet to be hurting. Maybe I ran away. Maybe I ran away from something. If they're bloody, then mayhaps... Oh no, those are probably like chain marks. I see. Maybe I was running away from something though still. I hate disrespecting the ominous cushions, but this is the only place with enough light to see my feet. Unfortunately, not only are my feet filthy, there's a strange inconsistent bruising around my ankles. The bruises hurt and seem to be recent based on the colors. So I was saved from a place where I was imprisoned, maybe. Right? How did I get the ring of bruises, I think that said? Something was attached to my feet. See, there's very clumsy options too. I think it would be better to have, like, slight differences. Why do we keep jumping to the feet? We don't need to keep seeing the feet. No matter how hard I grip my ankles, I cannot possibly create this kind of damage. We already saw the feet, so we already know what it looks like. We don't need to see the feet again. This looks like something was attached to my ankles. Or you could keep that image and have the feet there, move it to the side, have the option. Something that was very heavy and hard enough to badly bruise them. Chains. We are in this medieval era thing. If we're going with that, it's probably chains. Or maybe they hung me down upside from a tree with a rope. Was I shackled? What happened to me? More importantly... Oh, frick, the lag. More importantly, how did someone with heavy shackles on their ankles manage to get out of these shackles? We already came to the conclusion that we're being saved, so they probably got us out of the shackles. So what would be the one job I would have that would allow me to be in and out of shackles regularly? Prisoner. Prisoner. If I am a failed magician, I'm going to be very angry. Prisoner. Girl. Prisoner. So what should I investigate? Okay, hand. Have I really looked at my hands? I know I was injured earlier and had blood on my right hand and my neck. Perhaps I can learn more by looking closely at my hands? My head also feels like it would split in two. I want to know why. A good place to start would be for me to find the source of the blood that's on my hands when I touch my head and neck. So let's see if my right hand has any clues for me? What does that mean? What does that mean? This does not make any sense. There was blood on my hand. I know there was. So the removal of the blood was purposeful. I just need to touch my neck again, but the blood is no longer there. Right? It's no longer there. This is bizarre. Not only is the blood without a source, there no longer seems to be any blood at all. I cannot feel any injuries, I cannot even detect any bandages or stitches to stop the bleeding I felt. Even the blood that was there earlier is gone now. My hand and my neck are completely clean. Even if I could heal in minutes, the blood on top of the wound would still be there. I do not understand what is happening, but I do have another hand. Perhaps that hand will not betray me. It's fine. You could have used, okay. So does my left hand. There's no blood on it, imaginary or otherwise. I have neither calluses nor scarring. I also have never dug dirt with these nails. There's not at the hands of someone who spent a lot of time using them for anything other than gesturing. I feel as if whoever I am liked crooking fingers at people. The finger crooking muscle is well developed, okay. But why is there a faded circle around the bottom of my fourth finger? Is that the ring finger? You were married, right? Were you married or not? We don't need to go through this whole shebang. Just tell me, were you married or what? I have recently removed a long-worn ringer. Why would I have a ring mark on my fourth finger of my left hand unless I was engaged? Married? Unless this is the plot. Oh, I'm just gonna skip it. It's too much dialogue at this point for me. I am deeply afraid that my taste in lovers is very much like the state of my body right now. Horrid. They both stink, sure. So what else should I investigate? Is there anything else? Oh, I guess the brooch. Well, I will definitely not be able to find anything in my pockets, for this dress don't got pockets. I swear if we look at feet again, I will throw myself into my bathtub. Because I do not appear to have pockets. Yeah, they don't got dresses like that. Unfortunately, this dress is even more mysterious than the lack of pockets. Why? Because it's ragtag? Why is someone riding in a beautiful carriage wearing something like this? I don't know, maybe because you... Look! Girl, you're not adding new information to this. You're not adding new information, Queen. We understand you're in a state of distress. The biggest mystery is, how did I not become naked trying to walk in this outfit? Because we're keeping things PG. You don't need to question these things because they don't need answers. If it's a question that doesn't have an answer that's necessary to the plot, we don't really need to ask it unless you're going for satire. And I don't think this game is making a good blend of satire right now. How are these rags staying on my body? With the willpower, sheer force. I don't know. Still, I need to solve my immediate problem. Why am I riding this fancy carriage while wearing this dissolving outfit? This dress looks like something that survived numerous attempts to destroy it and was used to birth several puppies. Hungry puppies. Those puppies are not having a good time then. I don't think they should be eating cloth. My head also hurts. Was I in the dress while I was attacked by... Was that something from one of the books I used to read? There we go. That's where it's starting. So apparently I read that's useful to know. In fact, this dress looks like something a beggar from a book would wear. You're incorrect. That is not something a beggar from a book would wear, because the dress looks very high class. But when I look closer, the dress appears to be very beautiful. That is not cheaply made. I'd like to move on with the story now. This dress also appears to have damage not just by wear, but by force. The dress and I have not been washed for weeks based on this overwhelming smell. I don't know, maybe I have like really bad BO in general. If I am in this fancy carriage, why would I not change out of this dress? What happened to me? Because there's no clothes? I don't know what you want from me. Also, I have to say, I'm not specifically judging this on like the fact that there is a detective portion in this, because I know it can be done well enough. right? There's Color X Malice. Color X Malice has a bit of an investigation moment when you're looking to, like, these types of police situations. And they go through it fairly quickly because they only have dialogue and then they'll just zoom out, right? Because you'll see the whole area. This takes its time going from this scene right here where you have the girl, the villainess, and the screen pop up to, like, choose an option. When I feel like they could very simply, and I understand they might be going for, like, a more, I guess not interactive, but a more fancy way of going about it, but I think simplicity would help here in getting to the main part of the story, because a lot of this is very slow, and when you're playing a game like this, especially when you don't have constantly moving parts and stuff like that, it's better to get to a place where things will be a bit more faster so we can get to the main meat of the story, I guess you could say. But once again, I'm not like a professional critique. I don't develop games, you know, all that stuff. I just, personal opinion once again. I could not change because I was a prisoner. I never knew the butterfly got bigger. Okay. Based on the original quality of the dress, this was not made for someone who was poor. This was a dress made for a wealthy woman. Why is it in such terrible condition? Was I kept in a prison? Yes, you probably were. Certainly feel tired and hungry or hurt. Hopefully not being moved from a prison to another. I hope that wherever this carriage is going, they'll allow me to wash myself in my dress. Although I'm not sure either of us will survive water at this point. I know you certainly will. I don't know about the other one. So what should I investigate? Let me actually check, because they're doing this villainous trope, but I wonder if they're going to introduce the female lead of the original story, you could say. Maybe not. Maybe not. I have no clue. I hope they do. I had just realized. No more choices for you. I have learned my lesson. Left to your own devices, you will choose to fight cushions. I must find a way to convince you to make better choices. That was on accident. That was on accident. I have no idea what is happening. No, not the concept of knowing what you're doing. Do you understand what this is? This is a lock. L-O-C-K. What does the lock do? Yes, it locks. One of the because of your previous terrible choices, the path will proceed to a better choice is close to you. Should you make clever choices? If the villain makes clever choices, a better path will be unlocked and available. I accidentally misclicked. Wait, do not be too eager to ignore the path that will end in failure. In many of the possibilities, you'll only learn when all hope is lost. Will you lock yourself to the story you most want to hear, or will you open yourself to the truth? I have realized that I am in serious danger. While I might not remember my name, I certainly remember power. Unfortunately, I also know that I currently have none. I am injured and imprisoned, lost a long-term engagement or marriage. I am currently traveling to an unknown location surrounded by ominously comfortable cushions. However, this is not how I have always lived. I was obviously once wealthy. My clothes are still attached to my body because they were made of fine, expensive material. And also because maybe the prison didn't want to give me more clothes. How else would they survive both prison and hungry puppies? On the other hand, my poor fingers have obviously never faced a choice more serious than which servant to crook my pointer finger at before I wound up here. So how did I go from luxury to misery to this beautiful carriage? After using my investigative genius, I can safely say it is because I used to be someone with wealth and spectacular taste in lace. Sure. Yet I am somehow imprisoned by powerful enemies, possibly because they were offended by my sense of style. However, someone with even more power and greater respect for lacework rescued me out of prison and placed me in their expensive carriage. This is information I can use to survive. Can I? Or at least I could use this information if I was not trapped on a carriage to somewhere or nowhere with a driver who refuses to speak to me. I only need a moment to think. See, I am past 30 minutes in this recording. I am at 48 minutes into this recording. And there has been nothing plot relevant in such a way that would... How do you say this? Nothing interesting has happened. That's what I'm gonna say. Nothing interesting has happened. Anyways, there's a butterfly. The art changed. Cool. The art's pretty. That it is what it is, okay? I'm gonna click that butterfly. Alright, she's back. Cool. Could have sworn I saw light in the window. Am I imagining things? For a moment I felt more real or less like a creature lost in a strange dream. Most importantly, was that light someone coming to meet the carriage? This gives me an idea. I know that the patron who pulled me out of prison had the power to rescue me and put me in this gold-lined carriage. This means my patron must have both money and political power. If only I could borrow some of my patron's power, a power that people obviously respect. So the carriage has stopped. Is the carriage stopping? I have a bad feeling about what the driver is planning to do by stopping in the middle of nowhere with no destination in sight. I have no way to protect myself with my dissolving dress and unmovable yet ominous cushions, so I will have to find some other kind of power. See, I don't know if they're going to do anything like this, but I think like a QTE would do really well here, where the driver comes to pull you out and you just kick the hell out of him. Kick him out. With apologies to the revolution, I'm going to have to use the most ancient path to power. Name-dropping the most powerful person I know. Who are you name-dropping? Thank goodness you are here, Mr. Driver. I'm glad you came to speak to me about speeding up the pace of our journey. After all, when I look out the window, I can see the light of my patron ahead. My patron is obviously impatient with how slowly we are traveling. At this rate, my patron will be here before you even reach the front of the carriage again, and that would be unfortunate for you. If you do not drive me to where I must go immediately, I am worried that my patron might be upset with you. After all, I do not wish any harm to come to you. Power to the workers who make the country and this carriage run. Ooh, some darkness. The driver doesn't exist. Or maybe they do? Did it work? I think it would have been funny if it was a shadow monster. Because there are some fantastical elements you can start to see. I knew name-dropping the owner of the carriage was the way to survive. Did the text box? The text box changed. The right of the working class are very important. Okay, okay. Too much dialogue. Too much dialogue. Try to keep it plot relevant. Keep it story moving. That's all. Finally, I am getting somewhere. Perhaps this time I shall be even more conscious. Cool, cool. I don't know people that use conscious in that way, but cool. The purpose of existence. Okay, cool, Carl Jung. I see you again. Chapter 2. That was just chapter 1. That was just chapter 1. I guess chapter 1 was exposition, but I didn't get exposized on anything. I just know I'm in a carriage. There's no coming to consciousness without pain. Who's Carl Jung? Who are you? I guess the tower broke apart. Sure, those clouds kind of look like dino nuggets. Romance, cool. Love, cool. Betrayal, oh no. Happily ever after. Fate, 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 fate. What is that one? Betrayal. What is that one? Which one am I looking at right now? Villainess. Okay, cool. If you say save though, right before this, I am going to be very mad. I will not project it, but I will be very mad. There are so many stories that you can take you on There are so many stories that can take you on journeys to your dreams and nightmares. You imagine yourself the heroine in every one of them. Heroine or heroine? I might say heroine. Heroine is like a drug, isn't it? Probably better not to say heroine, but I just say them both interchangeably. Do you remember? Do you remember your sanctuary from a cruel and unforgiving world? Do you remember the hours spent reading until your eyes were so dry you could no longer weep? So many charming stories featuring swooning sweethearts who could overcome all obstacles to their love. Technically, you say this like it's an encompassing genre, but a lot of villainous manga these days is more about power and using that power to your, creating a safety thing. It's not so much about love. It does end in love, though. I can't deny that. You have spent countless hours with perfect princes, icy northern dukes, and charming childhood friends that never get anywhere, because for some reason a childhood friend never gets a featured role. Oh, that's Emperor. I know that. But it is easy enough to leave a story hanging. Can you do the same with your own life? Can you walk away when you are trapped in the story? Oh no, a noose. Oh, noose. You may not have realized, but you are trapped in a tale you once knew well. With the power to write your own story, what would you want for yourself? Power, love, or something else entirely? I am not trapped in a tale that I once knew well because I don't seem to know anything about the tale. There's no knowing with the tale. You are alone and do not know who or what you can trust. Do you seek to keep that isolation, or will you take the risk to reach out? Man, this would be better if there was music, huh? Above all, a single wrong choice, a moment of inappropriate hesitation, and you will not live to leave this cursed story. Oh no! Death! The Reaper! If you would protest that sweet stories should not have such danger, remember that not everyone in such tales can be loved by the creators. Sweet stories are sweeter because they have dangers. Let's be real. Anyways, oh no! Scroll! Academics! Ah! In the magic of storytelling, for the heroine to succeed, there must be something to succeed against. Ah! Magic! No! Magician! If there is a heroine, there must also be a villain or a villainess. However, the devil is in the details. But they don't feature the heroine on the art they show on the homepage. All hope is not lost. Perhaps you can shine a light on what is wrong with this world. I don't know what that one was. Just a star? What is the balance between your... maybe it's religion. What is the balance between your sins and your glory? Trust your judgment or be weighed as undeserving. Oh no! The legal system! Ah! The legal system! No! Shall we remember the tale you have forgotten? Shall it end as it began? The story awaits. Oh no! Book! Ah! I don't want to read! And all that stuff. Cool. What am I looking at? Once upon a time, there was a lovely heroine who wanted to be loved. Her golden locks and deep blue eyes showed that she— sorry, I'm looking at that image and I still fucking hate it. Her golden locks and deep blue eyes showed that she was worthy of the kind of devotion that could only be found in dreams. That she was but a commoner in the land of noble magicians. Her power and beauty made her a flower rising out of the filth of her birth. So she got stats at the beginning. She got cheats. All those who knew this heroine told her how special she was, and that she was destined to find love with one special as herself. Yet, her beloved was engaged to a wicked noblewoman. Could the heroine capture her beloved's heart and win their happily ever after? First, the heroine had to overcome the most terrifying of opponents, her beloved's fiancé. The Villainess. Cool. The Villainess exists. We know this. We've established this many times. Does it feel as if you were getting nowhere? Yes, but I'm honestly saying that's because of the story. There are many stories, many truths in the world. This is the one you need to know now. Lady Jane Neville. Who would have thought? Yeah, me too. Oh my god, the judge had glowing red eyes. Judge, you possessed by the devil. We're gonna have to take you to be purified. Order! I will have order in this court. I am presiding over this trial and I will have order. Man, no one really respects the justice system here either. Oh my god, peeping over the thing? Hello? I'm here for my court. Is this the jury duty? Lady Jane Neville, you stand accused of harassing a promising and productive citizen of the great kingdom of... Already? Justice system is asked because you can tell that they're very specifically pointing out that this is a very promising and productive citizen, when you should just have a baseline citizen. You're being mean. You're very biased. I can already tell by your language, Sir Judge. Do you believe yourself to be above the law? Absolutely. Who do you think I am? Do you understand the seriousness of your situation? You have no defenders. There is no supporters to speak for you, and your fiancé has died. If I may interrupt. Not until the verdict is pronounced. This is an impartial court. Lady Jane must be sentenced to execute. The jury didn't even speak. Is this a jury? Do we have a jury here? coming to such a quick conclusion. Not very becoming of you, Judge. I insist. As the fiancé of Lady Jane Neville, I invoke my legal right to speak to her fate. That's a legal right? I don't like that right. Could the court truly wish to make such a quick decision on her fate? To truly reflect on and understand her actions, she must be removed from the situation. I call for exile! Exile! Let's go! Get me out of here! Everyone here is boring! Exile, 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 exile! Her earrings are really swingy. Order! I will have order! By his right and laws of Carcosa, the fiancé of Lady Jane Neville has determined her sentence. I don't think you should have that right. All I'm gonna say. Lady Jane Neville is hereby condemned to exile. So all this time, you were the one that planned this? My finance? My beloved? What was it? I'm not even gonna remember it. The like 6'2" man in finance thing. My betrayer. Exile, 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 woo! Exile! Exile! Get me out! Exile for one without support is the same as execution. Oh no, the guillotine! Ah! Ah! Man, the sky is getting... Why is the sky changing color? Are we showing passing days? Did the guillotine gain blood? Is that why? Is it to show the passage of time? Anyways, goodbye, guillotine. The sun shines through you. Oh, fateful guillotine. How attached are you to your head, my lady? Not very. Not right now. Not in this moment. I don't have any feelings for our you know, Villainess, nor anyone else. What is the name of the bad romance author? What in the name of bad romance authors was that? I think I just barely survived a potential murder attempt from my silent carriage driver. Was the murder attempt connected to my dream? My dream that I became the villainess in a terrible romance novel that I do not remember reading? Just saying. The carriage driver could have an alibi. Be like, she was resisting. She ran away and I wasn't able to catch her. Probably be better off. That would explain why I am a rag-covered amnesiac who has a strong understanding of guillotines. Okay, funny joke. Super funny joke. Obviously, a brilliant woman like me would normally play the role of heroine, but someone would have decided that the villainess could use my investigative genius. Wow, so cool! Yeah! By all means, that I am currently trapped in the body of Lady Jane Neville, a woman whose name had evil written right into it. So if I want to survive, I could use my investigative genius to determine who wants to get rid of Lady Jane. Remove the investigative genius. Just say I can investigate. Let's just go with that, please. Thanks. I feel like I've mentioned this in a few other games before, but overwriting, writing too much, is not my thing. Is everybody an answer? However, if that dream is true, then Lady Jane was mostly loathed by the heroine and Lady Jane's fiancé for being in the way of their romance. I call for exile! 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 Based on that dream, Lady Jane's fiancé obviously wanted her to die miserably in exile, only to have his plans foiled by a patron who broke Lady Jane out of prison. Who are these people? How could a high-ranking noblewoman like Lady Jane Neville be imprisoned for bullying in the first place? Who cares? The most important part is that I find a way to survive the bad romance once I remember who my allies and my enemies are. See, we also see this in other novels where, just to like context this, normally in these situations, the only reason they're able to be exiled is that even if, like, they're on certain power levels, their family will, like, take away their power because they don't want to be associated, or the, heroine, the main character, will have more executive power because they've gained more status. Or they're such nice girlies that you just gotta kick out the bad girly. Serene, I am serene. I am much smarter and better looking than any terrible writer of adulterous romances. I am now Lady Jane Neville, and I will stop any murderous fiancé with both subtlety and my knowledge of bad romance novels. Well, your romance doesn't seem... you could read more. I just need to get out of this carriage first. Oh no, the carriage is warping dimensions. It's getting bigger and smaller. Did not mean that I wanted to leave that quickly. Hello. Am I meant to leave here? Surely the driver cannot behave that suspiciously a second time. I have so enjoyed our conversations, Mr. Driver. I will miss them, wherever it is I am going. Well, can I leave now? Am I leaving? Cool. Finally, a new set piece! Wahoo! Can you see the excitement in me? Yo, so much joy on the continuation of the story. Yahoo! Oh god, look at her. What am I looking at? Legitimately, what the fuck am I looking at? That was the most photoshopped thing I've ever seen. However, this view is less appealing than it was when I saw it through the window. Man, I can't believe this bush is hiding my dogs. Wait, are you planning to leave me here? Wherever here is? What am I meant to do now? Hope for enlightenment? Fine, let there be a light. Am I a magician now? Is there magic or not? Will there be light or not? Oh, cool. Bye, birdie. I can't wait to meet the cold northern duke who's my childhood friend and also the pretty prince emperor. Well, that was not at all ominous. This place is not at all suspicious or murderous. I don't know, it looks like a pretty nice house. What next? Will the dead call for me? Jane, come closer. It's a very long shot. This is a very long shot. Is the shot done? Are we gonna have the next person pop up? Come on. There we go. Ominous. Menacing. So spooked. Oh my god, look at those shoes. So shiny. Wow. 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 Hands? Oh my god. Vest? Oh my god, it's moving. It's like it's got a transmitter or something in it. Oh my god, hair. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. We good here? Ah, this is much better. I've been waiting for you, Lady Jane Neville. Hello, servant. Is that rude to call them? Welcome to the house. So that confirms that the dream was real. I was trapped in the body of a villainess with amazing hair and poor taste in men. Please stop. I'm begging you. We don't need this much. It is reassuring to know that someone in the story is both polite and willing to not instantly murder me. Yet, if I am currently the story's villainess, how much can I truly trust this person? I have 1,000 questions to go along with my new name, but I cannot afford to ask any questions unless I am very careful. I must be clever, calm, and in control. I must find the perfect way to respond to the servant's welcome. This is a lovely house. Do people often survive the night here? Yes, for certain definitions of survive. Maybe maimed, maybe legs are gone, but, you know, they'll live. That is very comforting. If by very comforting, I mean, afraid this is yet another person out to murder me for Lady Jane's past villainy, maybe I should see if I can subtly learn their identity. I assume we will be spending some time together. What should I call you that will not make you want to murder me? I am they who serves. I assume you do not want me to call for you do not want me to call for they who serves when I am trying to survive the night here? If you are unable to translate serve into a name, servant will serve both of us. Maybe clever is an impossible goal for me right now. So instead I should say something that sounds like a perfectly normal non-villainous who knows how not to be suspicious. So are we going for the idea of not being who you originally are? If this person is just a servant and I am supposed to be a noble lady, I should say... crook my finger. I should crook my finger and say time is too important to waste. Fool! Time is too important to waste. So far I have not been murdered. I would like to continue surviving by asking smart questions and being led to a safe bed. I look forward to you providing me with both answers and pillows. there's been this prevalent theme throughout this story. And that is the fact that we keep having unnecessary inclusions in a story that feels like it's not supposed to be that comedic. I feel like you should exercise tension. If you want comedy, you should not be using it this often, right? And also the character herself does not have enough. It doesn't really teach us much about the character except for the fact that she likes to make these mental quips. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I actually am kind of sure how I feel about that. Not very good. I admire your commitment to pillows and knowledge. See, there is a character like this, though. Similar to another Otome game, once again, referencing other ones. And that's Arisu from Taisho X Alice. Where she does tend to quip a lot, but you understand that that's very much part of her character, and the game itself has a very comedic theme to it, with all these, like, helpless, pitiful dudes and all that. So I understand that. But in this situation, in such a daunting situation for our main character, it doesn't feel quite right. Of course, one of these things is most likely to strangle you in their sleep. My pillows will strangle me? Cool. Now, if you have sufficient knowledge, then I will not let myself be defeated. I will find the information I need. Who wrote this? I'm sorry. The writing is... it's not quite there. There's not a linear path that I feel like it's following. I feel like it'll go linear, tangent, linear, mini tangent, linear, and then linear, mini tangent again. It ruins the flow of the story. I will spend all my night grappling with it if necessary. I believe in your stamina. Okay, I admire someone who handles difficulties. I'm not sure. There's a terrible thing to wait. Shall we proceed? Yep. Cool. I'm not reading most of this at this point because I feel like it's not very necessary. We're going in the house. That's all you need to know. Maybe it's in the way I'm reading it. Maybe I should read it more atmospherically. I'll give it a little bit and then I might just end because I just feel like it's a lot. It's lacking. The art, fine. The little motion shots, fine, unless they take too long. But the writing feels a little bit lacking. And I think it could be improved if you have like someone else proofread it and like cut out some of these dialogues that don't feel like they're needed and such like that. Also, our Villainess is spinning now, which is kind of funny. But I think things just need to be more streamlined in this. Like, more smoother, more streamlined. We don't need specific parts of dialogue. There's some scenes that aren't quite needed. I think there's some things that you can add, or more things I guess you could say that you could remove and make this feel better. It doesn't like have to look that much better, but it would feel better if you just removed a good amount of things that just feel like they're overloading in this visual novel. Anyways, I'm somewhere. Cool. In I go. You startled me. Sorry. Let me get into the reading thing to give it a better chance. People come and go as they must. Whether it is fast or slow is a matter of perspective. Stop right there! Have you not noticed yet that your perspective is not the same? Of course you have not. Let me try to simplify things. This is Jane. If you move, Jane will move too. See Jane move? Wow, Jane's moving. There will be moments where the perspective changes and you will be able to see things more clearly. Should you look around, you will be able to discover things that might have been hidden or not. If there are voices blocking what you can see, you can hide them to view while you explore. Pay attention, find what's hidden, and above all else. If you say save the villainess, I swear to God, you don't need to keep saying this. It loses impact, given how many times you've used this. In this part, it is fine. In many other parts before this part, unnecessary. Anyways, hi. You got anything? People come and go as they must, whether it's fast or slow, matter of perspective. Cool. Dogs? Anything in your feet? Oh, hey, Axolotl. What are you doing? Are you kind of scary? Much like time. Obviously, I will not be speeding to my bedroom to rest. What should I say to move things forward? So this is the house. The house. As you can see, my lady, there's no other house. What you doing there, Axolotl? Bye, Axolotl. I don't know why you're here. Anyways. Honestly, I think I'm just done. I think I am okay now. So, cause it's just so slow. It's so slow. And there's a level of not ignorance, but there's a level of like, you know, how you have to like lead a child by the hand to get them to a certain point. Especially given that this is supposed to be like a psychological game, it isn't for children of that level. So I don't think you need to constantly establish things the way that this game does, because we can use context clues. It's like that, it's a little bit similar actually to that thing where people are like, oh, this movie will tell you the joke when like you could just process the joke yourself and go, haha, like that's it, right? I just think there's a few things. I think there's a good amount of things that could be refined, especially the writing. I think the writing could be especially refined. That could help this game a lot more. But you know, it's up to you to check it out. Like maybe you want to play it. You want to play it and see if it's good? Go ahead, be my guest. I'm not the one to judge. I'm just like here saying my own opinions, spouting my own things. That's why I'm here. I exist to just say words, man. That's all I do. Anyways, this was Save the Villainess. If you want to check it out, you want to see, you know, if you would think my own criticisms hold any value, or if you want to just like try it out, see if you have a different opinion, because maybe you like the game better, maybe you like the game less. Who am I to judge your view on this game? Because if one person likes the game, I think that's good enough, right? Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. And hopefully, maybe one day I'll like the game. Maybe one day, because this is only just the demo. Anyways, yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!